Hi, my name is Ryan, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to ride a bike. The first thing, obviously, about the bike is both your tires need to be full of air. I've already pumped this tire full of air, but this one's going to need some air. So the first thing you got to do is, see this right here? It has a little cap on it right there. Sometimes this might be an actual cap, but either way, once you untwist it, it'll end up looking like this, and when you press it, a little bit of air will come out. So what you do with that is you take your bike pump. They all look somewhat similar to this. They all have this little hose looking part. And you just put that right on top of that. It'll let out a little air, and then once you do, you lock it up just like that. And then you're gonna start pumping until it reaches about 30 pounds on the dial. PSI, 2040, you want it right there. Go. Now that we have it at 30 pounds, all you do is you just unlock it just like that, and then you pull it off. Sometimes it might get a little stuck, but don't worry about that. Then you just simply screw it off. It's okay if like a tiny bit of air comes out, but you know, make sure it's all tightened up. Feel out the tire. Maybe a little bit came out while you were pumping. If that ever happens, you just have to pump. But now you're ready to actually ride the bike. Okay, so the first thing about riding the bike, unless you're on a soft grass field like this, you have to wear a helmet, especially if you're on pavement or a trail, mountain biking or something. But anyways, first thing you want to do when you start riding your bike is you want to find a position that is comfortable to get your push off on the bike. Me, I like to push off on my right, even though I'm a lefty. You know, some people are goofy-footed. Whatever's comfortable for them will work. But me, I just like to push off on the right, and then once you go, you just sit on the bike and you pedal. Okay, so once you get it down, just pedaling straight and turning a bit, one thing you can do for more control so that you can have more variety with the way you ride your bike is standing up on your bike. The best way to get the most control while standing is to be standing straight up with both feet on each pedal even to each other. This is great because you can just lean and move very quickly, like if you're going over rocks or something. So I'll show you how that works right now. Okay, so the next thing about your bike is most bikes, especially if they're about, I believe, 28 inches or larger as far as the wheels go, is you're going to have two sets of brake, one in the back and one in the front. The back brake is, that's your typical brake. So like if you're going down a hill, you want to slow down, you want to hit the back brake. One thing is to be very careful with is the front brake, because the front brake just puts you at a complete stop. If you're going very fast and you hit it, you're going to go over the handlebars, which is about the worst thing you can do. The front brake is mainly just for, like, you know, you come down to a stop and you need to stop a little bit quicker than you already are. So you just hit the front brake and you're done. Next thing all bikes have is they have gears. So you have front gears and back gears. The front gears, they're right here. Yeah, they're usually in a 1, 2, and 3. So the 1, that is your lightest gear. So the lightest gear is going to be mainly for riding uphill. So if you're riding uphill and you're struggling, and if you're on gear 2 in the front, if you put it on gear 1, you'll find it a lot easier. Especially when you do ride uphill, you want to be sitting on the bike. You can stand to get a little bit more power, but just to make sure you don't use too much energy too fast, you just sit, put in a light gear, and you're good. The larger gear is for riding downhill if you want to get more speed, because there's more resistance to your pedaling, so you can pedal a lot harder and you'll end up going a lot faster. It's the same with the back gears. The back gears, I believe you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So you have a lot more back gears.
This is great because you can be a lot more adjusted, because maybe you'll leave it in the front gear 2 and back gear like 9 because you're going downhill, but you're not going that downhill, so you don't need to put it to the heaviest. You just have it a bit heavier. There's a lot more you can do with these back gears. Yeah, that'll be it for back gears.